And then we asked, and in a conversation I asked them, so you go, you kind of reconstruct, you kind of keep stone upon stone. What is that you are trying to do? What is this happening? Because there are also some architects involved, there are some laborers involved in it. What is the role of a sthapati in it? They say, like, you know, every architecture, they say this is a stone monumentation of the idea. What Kalpana ji was exactly mentioning is that the architecture, the monument by itself has its own career. It decides. Because of certain measurements and its own life, it decides that at times I reach a peak and at times I go for a slumber. At times the slumber is very, very elongated and gets disintegrated also. But there are certain karmajivis. Architecture is a karmajivi by itself. It decides that I would want to get out. And she rightly said something, mentioned something. It is not a group of people who can revive it. It cannot. It stays in the mind of one person. It comes back in the mind of one person. And it realizes itself through one. And that becomes a margadarshi to open up others. This is exactly what the acharyas once spoke to me when we were discussing about reconstruction of a ASI site somewhere near in the Tanjavur area. What strikes a balance or kind of a resonance? What were the salient life for us? I mean, if you go back to ancient people who think much deeper, it's a modern tendency to say that a farmer is a person who goes and grows crops. He gets the crop out of it and we sell it and he makes a monetary benefit out of it. It is a very modern tendency to say that agriculture is all about crops. But the ancient Indian civilization would say that agriculture is a farmer is not to do with vegetation of a crop, but they are the people who have taken a sankalpa. A sankalpa of realizing, what is sankalpa first of all? A word sankalpa refers to ability to transform something in imagination, in thought, into practice. That is a normal flow of life would not allow it. You have to archetypify a normal flow of life, which is Prakratic. It is very Prakriti in nature. Now you have to put the life into another format called Sanskriti. That which is natural is Prakriti, that which is cultural or cultured or nurtured. The word culture and nature are the opposites. That which is Prakriti and that which is Sanskritic. You are modeling the mind, monumentalizing the mind into a bigger idea monumentation so that something great can happen. This happens only through sankalpa of the mind. There is an infinitely large amount of act called kalpa from which sankalpa is born. I'm not getting into that argument. But when this happens, farmers take a decision as a community, as a given profession, ancient communities, every ancient profession is not bothered about the outcome of the profession. They are bothered about their sankalpas. Because even if they don't get their yield back from the given year, or even 5 to 10 years of the yield they didn't give back, they don't give up their profession. They never gave up their professions. Profession is not about yielding returns, monetary returns per se. It is all, perhaps, only about survey data. They survey nature, they survey reality. Rather than, I don't want to use the word nature. They survey reality and they have a data about that reality, the world, the cosmic reality. Every profession has its own survey data of reality. If a profession differs from my other profession, it is not based on its product, not about the produce. It is about the data of reality they have. What is the data of reality farmers could afford to have? They have the infinite data about water. Water is their mantra. They are the people who serve the entire reality by actually serving where water can hold itself, where water can dig itself. Because water is, actually we did not define what water is. It is a jiva of sustenance. And if you store water here, one important thing happens, something very important happens is all the vegetation across it traces its route towards it. It's so natural that every tree, every probable vegetation has diverted its route towards this water catchment. And if someone has a capacity to keep a camera, aerial camera, you would know every probable insect to the mammal keep walking, having their footprints towards the water source. In fact, to know what is the nature of beings who have survived in a given place, those days, in order to build a temple or anything, they would first check the water source. Because by having the soil test of the silt deposited in a well or a water, they would say what kind of people have survived here, what kind of life has survived here. Water catchment was an important signature of what kind of life has survived here. Why I say that I'm sitting on top of some centuries of water, of breath solidified, monumentalized as silt, monumentalized as clay. There is breath. The breath has been monumentalized here. A water source is a place where so many jivas' breath is invested. To revive it back, it takes a kalpanaji. And to sit on it, we are sitting on the signature of humanity in this part of the world, because this is a world by itself. Heritage by itself is to be very sensitive about this monumentalized nature, prakriti, getting concealed by itself through Sanskriti called culture. You have to monumentalize it so that the natural tendency gets retained in it. It is blessing us now. It would bless us and it will bless us. Even we have neglected it, it would be blessing us in a different sense, but we remove the dust on the gem. This is a gem. It needs someone to intervene to remove the dirt. But the gem is radiating now. The Day of Heritage today, the International Day of Heritage, I implore that we don't relegate ourselves just by thinking that heritage is only an architectural heritage. In principle, heritage is the heritage of the mind, what Kalpana ji carried. I'm frequently referring to this name because this Bansilal Pet stepwell is a crisscross grid of so many minds coming together to revive it. It's not just revival of a heritage, it's a revival of the intent. That intent is what is so important, be it Bansilal Pet well or something else, but we need this intent to live. We are struggling in a world of complete distraction, where 5 minutes of focus is the biggest begging aspect of any human being today. Can I focus 5 minutes on something? I mean, a monument which is sitting very patiently, very quietly, has sent its labor pain in some corner of an architect who was living in some part of Hyderabad to say, please come and bequeath me. Heritage is about listening back to the labor pain of the mother goddess, back to the labor pain of the earth, and we preserve her breath. Heritage is a place not just of architectural monumentation, it can be monumented as a song, monumented as a dance, or monumented as a theatre, as a painting, as a sculpture, as a fabric, as a piece of jewel. All of these are monumentation, all of them are heritage. But the more connecting rope of all this is the sensitivity of the intent. The sensitivity of the labor pain of one grand imagination. If at all a country is poor, it is only poor by its imagination. It cannot get poor by its funding.
by its finance. To say someone is poor by finance is a very neoliberal, modern, financial outlook of the world. While the ancient civilizations believed that if at all we are rich by imagination. Imagination is not poor. It's not something only a figment of something which is very fragile. Everything is an imagination. Everything is a monumentation of imagination. Even my name given to me is an imagination by itself. Let us worship imagination. Let us worship the capacity to monumentalize imagination through the societal living and through the worship of getting the ideas getting transformed into these acts. Let us worship back the idea of opulence. If at all the stories of us had to be said back to us, it is not because of the victory, I would rather say the opulence of something, the opulence of the inherent intent. At times, the good may win, the bad may win. That is not the point. That's a very modern way of saying a story is full of goods and bads. A story is full of opulence, then it's a very rich imagined story. And imagination is the only way in which you and I are surviving every single second. Believe me, without imagination, we can't even move a finger. If imagination dies, if mind or brain forgets to imagine, we can't move a toe. Imagination is the only way forward. Imagination is the only way which makes you and I rich. Imagination is the only way a Bansilalpet stepwell can be revived back to its soul. Thank you for this evening. Thank you for listening to me. And I know I said a story of something, a story of imagination, a story of Mother Goddess. Thank you for your patient listening. Namaste. Is there anything you wish to talk or ask? A few minutes, I can interact with you, if at all there is something. Thank you. Thank you so much for your patient listening. It's my privilege to be part of a talk here on a Heritage Day, that to speak on someone's imagination through which the cosmos has spoken to us back. Thank you for inviting me. Namaste.
Thank you, Jayachandranji. Thank you very much. I request, give a big round of applause to Jayachandranji. Now, we have another beautiful presentation lined up, which is a unique concept, what we can say, which is Nritya Harikatha. Maybe you would have heard about Harikatha. Yes? Harikatha, anyone? And Nritya. So it's a combination of the Nritya Harikatha. You will sit there or? Sorry, just give us a minute. We're just making the arrangements. It's okay? Fine? Yes. Just give us a minute. We'll be starting in 2 minutes. Thank you. హలో, వన్ సెకండ్. ఓకే, హలో, ఒక్కసారి ఆన్ చేయి, ఒక్కటేసారి. హలో, యా, హలో, 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 యా. I think it will take another 5 minutes. We have tea and snacks arranged. Please grab your tea, snacks. Don't take more than 5 minutes. Please enjoy your coffee or tea. Yes, you can walk from that way or you can walk from this way. Okay, please quickly, you can move, have some snacks and come back. Thank you. hum, Ram 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 Bhima, Bhima, కొంచెం హెడ్సెట్ ది వాల్యూమ్ ఆడియన్స్ ఆడియన్స్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేయి. ఓకే.
సరిపోతుంది కొన్ని బ్యాలెన్స్.
మీరు ఇలా ఇక్కడి నుంచి ఇక్కడ కాలు ఇట్లా పెట్టండి.
అట్లా ఇట్లా ఇట్లా పెట్టారా? ఇట్లా ఓకే. మీరు అది తీసేయండి, ఆ కాలు తీసేయండి. ఓకే. రామ 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 రామ
Hello. Yeah. Welcome back. Let's invite Srividya Anish ji, a software professional. She works for Deloitte. First, you should give applause for that, because the way I can say either Srividya or myself, we work, but the passion is our art and dance. So, at least I request applause for both of us. Thank you. Thank you very much. Srividya Anish, a Bharatanatyam performer and a Harikatha exponent. She is a disciple of the renowned Harikatha exponent Vishaka Hari. I know many of you know Vishaka Hari. She is disciple of Vishaka Hari, and dance she learned from Roja Kannan. Who is a Kalai Mamani Roja Kannan from Chennai. So let's welcome formally Srividya Anish. Now she is going to take us through a Nari Shakti, the Stri Shakti, the women empowerment through our Indian culture and how a woman should be, and linking to these heritage spaces and the historical stories. Welcome Srividya.
ആരംഭം ഉണ്ട്.
सद्गुरुभ्यः सद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः नमो नमः सद्गुरुभ्यः सद्गुरुभ्यो नमो नमः हरे रामेति
क्षेमाय कुर्वन्तं प्रेमिकं सद्गुरुं भजे प्रेमिकं सद्गुरुं भजे गोपिका जीवन स्मरणं गोविन्दा गोविन्दा जानकी कान्त स्मरणं जय जय राम राम हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय रत्नाकरा बौद्धपदां रत्नाकरा बौद्धपदां हिमालय किरीटिनी रत्नाकरा बौद्धपदां हिमालय किरीटिनी ब्रह्मराज ऋषिरत्नाभ्यां ब्रह्मराज ऋषि रत्नाढ्यां वन्दे भारत मातरम् वन्दे भारत मातरम् वन्दे भारत मातरम् वन्दे भारत मातरम् वन्दे भारत वन्दे भारत मातरम् 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 जयति जयति भारत माता यमुना पवित्रित देश गंगा यमुना पवित्रित देश तुंग हिमालय शैल निवास गंगा यमुना पवित्रित देश तुंग हिमालय शैल निवास मुनिगण रचित आत्मविचार मुनिगण रचित आत्मविचार वनिता मंडल नित्य विहारा जयति जयति भारत माता जगदानंदन वैभव प्रतिभा जयति जयति भारत माता क्षमा धमा करुणा धर्माधारा क्षमा धमा करुणा धर्माधारा सरस प्रेम धारा सरस प्रेम सुखामृत सारा सरस प्रेम सुखामृत सारा जयति जयति भारत माता जगदानंदन वैभव प्रतिभा जयति जयति भारत माता Our Bharat Desha is known not just within, it's very famous across the globe. Bharat Desha is known for its geological structure. It's the natural heritage that the Bharat Desha has taken for itself. As the song says and the shloka says, she is having the Himalayas as a kirita, and she's having all the rivers flowing around her. She has so much of forests, lands, cities like Mathura and Ayodhya which are very ancient. Such is the province of India. But is India just that geological structure? Is it just that starts from Himalayas and ends with Kanyakumari? If we think through it and read through our history, we will understand Bharat, India, is beyond the geological structure. What is so great and different in India? As the song of Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal, my Guru, elaborates and beautifully puts it, Kshama Dhamma Karuna Dharma Dhara Sarasa Prema. These are the highest qualities that the Bharata Desha has. Kshama, Dhamma, Karuna. Kshama is forgiveness. Dhamma is self-control. Karuna is compassion. And these are seen as the characteristics of Dharma. The characteristics of Dharma is Kshama, Dhamma, Karuna and Prema. What becomes the foundation of Bharata Desha are these dharmic elements. This is differentiating Bharat with every other country in this world. My Guru Dr. Ranganji, with whom I learnt Ramayana, beautifully tells Bharata has two major aspects to it. He says, one, the first prime thing is the culture with courage. That is Bharat. The second aspect of Bharat is the spirit of universal welfare. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu is something that we have given to the world. And India is the only nation that always prays for the welfare of the entire world. And that's the spirit of Bharat. Swami Vivekananda says, this spirit is very, very important. If India's spirit dies, the spirituality of the entire world dies, the identity dies, the principles dies. And what's going to happen because of this is, there is going to be a worship of two deities, like how we worship God and goddesses, Dhampati. There is going to be a Dhampati that will be ruling the world, that is lust and luxury. And who will be the pujari for that? Money will be the pujari, the priest. And he says, what would be the rituals and celebrations? He says, fraud, forces, and competition will be the celebrations and rituals. And he adds finally, there is going to be a balidan for this deity, which is none other than the human soul, the Atma. That purest and the purest form of Atma is given as a balidan for this deities. And that is why, for the welfare of the world, India's spirit is extremely important. My Guru Shri Krishna Premi Swamigal tells, if we consider this entire world as a palace, Bharata Desha is the puja room. And maybe because of that, we had so many Mahapurushas who have born in, contributed to the world from this Bharata Desha. That's the pride of our nation. And the beauty of all of this comes with the strongest and the first element of culture, with courage. Among these Mahapurushas, all of them have worshipped all types of gods. They have seen God everywhere. It is not just in a male form or in a female form or in a dog. They have seen gods in a donkey, in a dog, in a male, in a female, and every being in this world. Thereby they have worshipped every god. In the form of male, they have worshipped Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. In the form of Devi, they have worshipped Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati. When we are talking about this importance of a place, when we are talking about the importance of the Bharatavarsha, it is not the land that gives the benefit of Bharatavarsha, it is the people in the land who contribute to that, for that province of that particular land. So the people of India have always demonstrated Shama, Dhamma, Karuna and Dharma. And today we are going to see the Stri Shakti, how much they have contributed to the heritage. While we see the physical heritage around us, what is making the heritage so important is something that we need to see through. And those are those intangible heritage of Shama, Dhamma, Karuna, the patriotism, the culture, the sacrifice, the knowledge, wisdom. All these are contributing in connecting the territorial sites with our Bharata Desha's prowess. We are going to see some simple stories of three women who have contributed across these territorial, so much of contribution towards the heritage, towards the culture. And let's see how they have done that. We are going to see three women from three different eras, starting from the Vedic era, then the Puranic era, and a woman from a historic era. Starting with Gargi as the first women of Vedic era. Gargi has been one of the most intellectual and the educated women during the Vedic era. Not just her, there have been so many women in the Vedic era who have been well educated. And what is the speciality of these women are? They have been Brahmavadinis and Mantradarshis. What does it mean? Mantradarshis are, we are hearing the chantings of Vedas, and these women have contributed towards those mantras. That has been their knowledge. That has been their strength and capacity. Gargi was one among the scholars who was seated in Janaka's court. Janaka himself is an extremely knowledgeable king. We all know Janaka as a father of Ma Sita, and it is in the same Janaka's court. Gargi was one of the scholar seated there. Janaka used to conduct some philosophical discussions very frequently, of which Gargi will lead all the conversations. Like that, at one time, after the philosophical debate, everybody in the Sabha looked up to Gargi and said, Gargi, you have to declare who is the winner. And she, at her capacity, she declared Yajnavalkya as the best person in that debate of the philosophical issues. Immediately after declaration, Yajnavalkya, in his acceptance speech, he says, I'm so proud that Gargi, a person the purest form like Gargi, has identified me as the winner of this debate, and I wholeheartedly accept this. And every other male scholars accepts to the decision of Gargi. And that has been our knowledge. The education, the knowledge should always connect to the character. When that is affected, there is something wrong in the education that we are already having. That is an indication of the goddess Saraswati, who is representing knowledge, wisdom, kala, and everything that we are seeing around. And thereby, Vandeham Sharadham Visharadham Jnanadham Varadham Vandeham Sharadham Visharadham Jnanadham Varadham Vandeham Sharadham Visharadham Jnanadham Varadham Vandeham Sharadham Shuddha Sattva Swarupini Swachha Hridaya Nivasini Shuddha Sattva Swarupini Swachha Hridaya Nivasini Swaprakash Rupini Swaprakash Rupini Swaprakash Rupini Vandeham Sharadham Visharadham Jnanadham Varadham Vandeham Sharadham Paranitya Bhushitam Suravara Suchara Sevitam Sujalayam Sunabham Suswara Magya Nirata Vandeham Sharadham Visharadham Jnanadham Varadham Vandeham The Puranic woman that we are going to see today is about a woman called Madhayanti. She's from the Ikshvaku dynasty. Her husband, Saudasa, who has a capacity, he's a great warrior who has a capacity to fight the Devas. During that time, once when he was fighting the Rakshasas for Devas, there was a Rakshasa who surrendered to Saudasa, and as per our Bharatavarsha, we forgive when somebody surrenders to us. Can I continue? All right. So, Saudasa forgives that Rakshasa, and now this Rakshasa was waiting for taking a revenge on Saudasa. So he disguises himself as a cook and comes into his own dynasty, in Saudasa's dynasty. There was once when Saudasa invited Vasishta, his Kula Guru, to give a feast. He took this as an opportunity and cooked meat and gave to Vasishta, knowing he is a vegetarian. Vasishta was furious. How can you do this? And but the cook said, no, Vasishta, Ji, I didn't do this. Saudasa only asked to do. Then Vasishta's anger turned towards Saudasa, and he immediately cursed Saudasa. You Saudasa, you gave meat to a person who doesn't eat meat, and you will become a cannibal, the Narapakshi who eats Naramamsa. And he curses Saudasa. Saudasa was shocked. He says, I didn't do anything. Why should I take the curse? This is not my fault. He immediately gets furious and he says, no, I can't take this. And he immediately takes and tries to put a counter curse on Vasishta. When he was raising his hand to give the counter curse, Madhayanti, the wife of Saudasa, runs towards him and holds the hand and says, don't do this. Please don't do this, Papa. Even if the Guru is wrong, you should not curse your Guru. That is not our culture. And so, Saudasa says, he used to consult Madhayanti even for administrative affairs, administrative things. So he immediately, okay, Madhayanti, then what should I do? I have taken the water, I have given the mantra to it. What should I do with this water? Then they decide, and Saudasa declares, okay, let me take it on myself. While he has already taken a curse on him, he takes his own curse on himself and pours the water in his own feet. The moment he pours it on the feet, like how an acid reacts, like that his both feet gets burnt. Imagine the state of Madhayanti, a warrior king, a person who is ruling the Devas, is now turned into a cannibal. He doesn't have legs. It is easy for her to say, how can I even live a life with you? I can walk away. But she didn't do that. She stood with him in the stuff period. And he, being a cannibal, can eat Madhayanti herself. So she has to protect herself, protect her husband, and also protect people around her. And that is an effort that she took. In addition to that, one fine day, Saudasa, when he was roaming in the forest, found a Rishi couple. He bounced on that Rishi and he started eating the Rishi. The wife of the Rishi cries and pleads, please leave. Saudasa, you are not a cannibal. You are a king. You are a great king. Please leave my husband. She cries. But Saudasa is a cannibal. He can't stop it. He starts eating that Rishi, and he's dead. This wife immediately becomes furious and curses Saudasa. Saudasa, despite I am surrendering and pleading you, you didn't leave my husband. In this Janma, if you touch your wife, your head will break and you will die. The third curse. While Madhayanti was waiting for ages in order to pass this, okay, this will also go, this will also go, this will also pass by. We will get a good time. And the third curse came as a shock to her. What can she do? She still decides to hold and stand with Saudasa, and she brought him, and she took this struggle one after other, obstacles one after other for 12 years. After 12 years, when Saudasa became a normal person as a king and comes to Madhayanti, she says, stop. She recollects the curse of the Rishi, Patni, and says, "You can't touch me." Let us live a life like this. Let us rule this world. People are our first preference. Let us give everything to the people. That is the power of Stri Shakti. That is our culture with courage. And that is the path our ancestors have shown. Despite so much of struggle, despite so much of durita, Madayanti was able to show her Stri Shakti. Durita nivarinim, dukha shamanim, durita nivarinim, dukha shamanim, hariraruda pratyangiramavaya, durita nivarinim, dukha shamanim, hariraruda pratyangiramavaya, durita nivarinim, dukha shamanim. In the interest of time, I'm just quickly finishing. So let us see the final women that we are supposed to see. She is Hadi Rani. The intention of bringing the Hadi Rani story here is something that I'll tell at the end of the story. Hadi Rani is in the Hadi dynasty, Had dynasty, and she got married to Chaudavat dynasty, married Rawat Chaudavat. When they were newly married, a war broke up with Aurangzeb. And Rawat Chaudavat has to step in for the war. He gets into the war, but before going, he says, "Hadi, we just got married, no? There are so many other warriors. Let them go. I will stay with you." Hadi says, "No. That is not what you are supposed to do. Nation comes first. Our individual pleasures can wait. It can wait because there is a call. There is invaders who are coming in, approaching us, and you should go and fight, and that is your duty." So she gives motivation to Rawat, and Rawat, with partially convincing mind, he proceeds towards the battlefield. But on the way, very close to the entrance, he stops and sends a messengers to Hadi and says, get a memento in remembrance of her. I will have that with me throughout this battlefield." So he sends a messenger, and the messenger comes and tells Hadi Rani, he wants a memento. She was shocked. What? He is going to a battlefield. Having a memento from me will be a distraction. He can't focus on his duty. What is stopping him from doing this duty? Nation is first. How can he deny that, and how can he give a lowest preference and give first preference for me? This is all because of my beauty, because of me. It is me who is here, and that is the reason why my husband is unable to do his duty towards the nation. So he tells the messenger, "I'll give you a plate with a memento. You go and give Rawat." She picks up the plate, she picks up a sword, she chops her head, and the head falls on the plate, and the plate is given to the messenger. Messenger carries the plate to the Rawat, who is waiting to see his wife's memento. Imagine his plight. He cries, but he says, he understood, "Hadi, your bravery is more than what I am. This is motivating me. I'm going to do everything for you." And she has a long hair. He picks up the long hair, ties it on his neck with her head. Amazing war he does in the battlefield. He sends all the Aurangzeb troop away, they just ran away, and he wins the war. Then he looks at the head of Hadi and says, "Hadi, you asked me to do the war. I did it, but you are not there to live. I can't live without you." And he also kills himself for Hadi. And this is seen as the first incident where men did Johar for the women. And in name of Hadi Rani, even now in the city of Tonk, we have so many step wells like how we are seeing here today. And that is the intention. We wanted to bring Hadi Rani's story as part of the Stree Shakti here. And she proved how a Stree has a capacity to drive and motivate everybody. And her own husband be it his own son, like how Shivaji's mother did, Jijabai, everybody are showing a pathway to us. And Stree Shakti doesn't just end with the northern part of the world. We have so many Stree Shaktis of the southern, and there's a book that my Guru Krishna Premi Swamigal has written, which has 103 women across different ages. And we just saw 3 of that today. With that, we'll be concluding this Harikatha. Pavamana. Pavamana suturu patu paraya vindamulaku nama rupamulaku nitya mangalam rajiva गोपिका जीवन स्मरणं गोविंदा गोविंद जानकी कांत स्मरणं जय जय राम राम हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेव सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय राम 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 राम
Thank you, Sri Vidyaji. Please give a big round of applause for the unique concept which has come up with the Stree Shakti. I think I would expect the more applause from the Stree or Naris here. Please give a big round of applause. The unique performance, the concept of Nutya Harikatha, which is she is bringing up with the blessings of her gurus Vishakari and Roja Kannan. And we wish her to do such more experiments in future. And on vocal support, we have Venkat Lakshmi Garu. Please give a big round of applause. And on Mrudangam, Sri Balaji Garu. And on violin, Sri Pavan Garu.
Namaste, Jai Shri Ram. I hope you have enjoyed the performance. It was a brilliant performance. Very frankly speaking, I haven't come across any such performance in my life till date. And wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. So, and now we will like to call our guests, performers, and I will also like to call Ms. Sangeeta Mishra to please come and felicitate our speakers and performers. Sangeeta.
Kalpana garu, rendi.
And ladies and gentlemen, a big thanks to Mr. Pramod Reddy, who has conceptualized the entire program and has done it.
And we would be expecting more and more this kind of initiations from Pragna Bharati. Please wait to hear from Karthik or other team members. So I have quick request. We'll take a group picture over there. I request you all to please gather on the steps. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So one small request, we had this feedback form. We had left it outside and got drenched. I request all of you to please take down my number, and you can then send me a WhatsApp message as to how you like the program with your name and other information, so that we can add you to the list. And there's going to be a series of programs that we're going to do on this heritage walk. Many other places that we're going to explore, and we will keep you posted about it. Please make a note of my number. It's 83091 83091 82386. My request is, please send me a WhatsApp message with your name and other information, and also, how you like the program and what else on the Heritage Walk, that's your suggestions, what else you would want to see in the Heritage Walk series. Handing over to Pramod. Yeah.
Thank you, Karthik. I would like to thank on behalf of Pragna Bharati to GWS, Gandipet Welfare Society, Rajastri Garu, just on one call, she has agreed and arranged everything, and thanks to their team, Shima, Shabir, and who all supported on behalf of this stepwell, who is maintaining from the Gandipet Welfare Society. And thank you very much for Kalpana Ramesh Garu from Rainwater Project for giving your time and joining with us. And JC Anna, I always, and on behalf of me, please give a big round of applause to JC Anna. He is kind of a, whenever I give a call and the topic, with 1 day, 2 day or 1 month, he'll come with thorough preparation, and we love to hear more and more from you, Anna. And Srividya, thank you so much. It's, the very short time, she has prepared this beautiful story to showcase the Nari Shakti, Stri Shakti, women empowerment. Those you can see, I think, all women here. All women here, please applaud for yourself. Without women, the universe will not exist. Sri Matre Namaha. Yeah. Okay. And for beautiful that sound, light, decor, and etc. YB Raju and team. You should give a big round of applause to the all team members who are here. I don't want to name because of the rain, hurdles shifting here and there, it is not easy job. Okay, one more time, please give a big round of applause to the backstage team, the YB Raju and team, and the photography and videography Shiva and team, and for all who have supported directly or indirectly to make this program as a grand success. Thank you very much. We'll join for a group picture on the steps. Please start moving carefully. We will be coming from there. Okay. Srividya, 1 second. One group here. Yeah, please join there on steps. అక్కడ తీసుకున్నా ఒకటి అటు నుండి ఇటు ఒకటి ఇక్కడ నుండి అటు వాళ్ళు ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు ఇటు ఉన్నప్పుడు ఇద్దరు దెన్ దే విల్ జస్ట్ టర్న్ లైక్ దిస్ ప్లీజ్ జాయిన్ ఫర్ ద